Hey everyone, welcome back. So today is Thursday, the day before Christmas. Yesterday, Hive provided their, what was it called? Shareholder meeting, and they had a video on it come out on YouTube. So I looked at the video, checked it out, see what's going on there. Most of it was just a recap on it. There is some updates on it though, so I thought we would get into it here. So let's take a look at the stock right now, and then we'll get into the actual nitty gritty here. So Hive today is actually doing pretty well. It is up 7%. It is up to $3.05, which is good. The miners are up also. So is Bitcoin. Bitcoin seems like it's starting to pump a little bit here. So we'll take a look at Bitcoin as well on the other chart here that I have for them. Let's see. Connect Bitcoin right now. I mean, it is pumping hard. It's going good. It is above the 20-day moving average, which is good to see. Now we want to make sure that we can continue this trend and stay above it. But yesterday, it obviously touched the 20-day moving average here and fell below it. And then it fell below our support here at 48,400, but it has since come back. So this is a good sign. This could be a good sign going forward, or it could be just one of those another fake outs where it's just a dead cat bounce and we fall back down. So obviously you want to keep an eye on it, see how it does over tomorrow and then over the weekend as well to see how it actually, if it continues going up above this or not. That way the 20-day could reverse and go crossing the 200-day again into the positive territory, which would be a great sign, which would lead us to possibly having a good possible Christmas and, like a Santa rally towards the end of the year. So we'll see how that plays out. But here's what we got on Hive. So they provided quite a lot of, well, not a lot of stuff, but some informational that was kind of interesting to see and a little bit different from what I had on them. They did provide most of the video about, I'd say 75% of the video was just a recap on everything and trying to explain Bitcoin, Ethereum, which was just, I think, kind of useless. To new investors, I think it's worthwhile, but to, most of you guys and to me, it was just a recap on things that was just not needed. So here's what we got. In August, obviously, they reached 1 exahash in Bitcoin mining. Let me see. Right around the 13-minute mark, they were talking about future potential hash rate drive stock price, obviously. So we know that. So that's where they're talking about, like the mining companies that have, huge potential or huge purchases going forward into 2022, 2023. They typically do better than companies that have low amount of orders, right? So only going up 1 exahash or 2 exahash, where others are going 3, 4, 5 exahash. Those guys are getting obviously better price appreciation in the stock price. Let me see here. They reached 1.31 exahash in Bitcoin, obviously, the latest, and 4.36 terahash in Ethereum. And then we got some updates at the 35.46 minute mark. Sweden capacity is for 6 terahash of Ethereum mining capacity in January 2021. With GPU deliveries expected through Q1 2022. So they're getting more GPUs, obviously, for Ethereum mining. And then current ASIC and GPU pipeline orders will have Hive at 3 exahash of BTC mining and 6 terahash through 2022. I had them at almost 4, just alone on the BTC mining side. And then with the GPU mining, they would have been closer to 5 exahash, Bitcoin equivalent, basically, total Bitcoin equivalent mining. So we'll take a look at my numbers, see where things have maybe changing, or I think they're going to be getting rid of some miners here, which they haven't reported as doing so yet. But we'll take a look at it. So obviously they're going to be at 3 exahash. This is what their plan is by the end of 2022. So they're going to be at, if we look at the next slide here, where is it? Right there. So today they are at 1.5 exahash. So they've grown from the 1.31 to 1.5 exahash. So they got new miners installed, which is good. It's great to see. Ethereum mining is still at 4.3 terahash. So a Bitcoin equivalent is 2.4 exahash. Based on that, and that coincides with what I have them at roughly 900 petahash or so on Ethereum mining equivalent to Bitcoin mining. December 31st, they're saying they're going to be at 1.75 exahash. So that's another 250 petahash increase. So that's good. That's a lot of miners getting installed. Ethereum is going to stay the same. So the Bitcoin equivalent is going to be 2.65. And then in January, they're going to be at 2 exahash. So in January, they're going to be 2 exahash. And then at the end of the year, they're going to be only at 3 exahash. So not a huge increase there unless they're going to start buying some more miners. But here's what we got so far. So that's what we got. The other thing at the end of the video, no questions were asked. I would have liked to have seen them ask, take some questions. This was like a conference call with the shareholders, so I'm surprised they didn't take questions. This is, I think, like the second or third time they haven't taken any questions. So I would have liked to have seen some questions asked by the shareholders. I did reach out to them on Twitter. I just asked them, the thing that I wanted to know was whether or not they're going to be doing immersion cooling anytime soon in the next year or so, if they have any plans for that. I have not received a response yet. I doubt I will. But if I get one, I'll let you guys know. All right, let's get back into the nitty-gritty here, the important stuff. So here is all of the information that I have on them right now based on what they provided today. I updated it to reflect the future hash rate here of basically 3 exahash. So based on where they are going to be by the end of next year, comparing it to this year, they're basically 58% installed on all their miners already. So that's obviously a huge increase from where I thought they were at. We're at around 26, 27% or something like that only. This basically doubled their current install base compared to what they're going to be at next year. And here's how I came up with that. So on this one here, this is the total. I'm taking all of the numbers that I have here for the miners that were ordered, and I'm subtracting the ones here from it, which are the 30,000 speed miners here, 2 of these, and then possibly the 74,000 ones. I think they're going to be getting rid of those. I don't even see those being installed even yet right now. I have a couple of them possibly running, but it looks like they may be switching these out for some of the more efficient miners. We got another 30,000 here, and then 268,000 miners here, which I think when I remove all that, we get to that magic number that they provided of 3 exahash. So that's one possibility that's going to happen with it. Other than that is maybe they don't anticipate all these miners coming in when they're supposed to be in, and they still may run these, but based on the numbers they provided, this is the way it's kind of shaping out to look like right now. That they're going to be probably getting rid of these miners here or selling them, my guess would be. Obviously, the 30,000 miners, I would get rid of those without question. The 68,000, same thing. The 74,000, obviously, if they don't have the space for the miners and they need to bring in new miners that are more efficient, definitely get rid of these, sell them on the market, make some money off of it that way as well. Mine them basically while you can, and then until you get newer ones here, like they get the 100,000, 98,000, 90,000, get some more 100,000 miners here as well. So those are obviously going to be better. But it did lower or at least lower my expectations of what they're going to have towards the end of next year. So we know that that's going to change. So that leaves us with obviously an updated outlook here on it, where we have them at 58% installed miners right now. So they still have a little bit of 42% to go left to install them. So we're looking at number of miners installed is 20,899 right now. Current hash rate, I have them at 1.75, which is what they reported right here, December 31st. And that would mean these are the following miners that I have installed here for them. So all the ones that are running here in the fourth quarter, which is, I think, their Q1, is all of these here are 3 months, 1 month here for this one. 3 months, these are all the ones that I had in here, 3 months. These are the ones in yellow are the only ones that I added so far. That got me up to the 1.75 exahash for the end of this month. So I put them up at 1 month, but ideally, since they're at 1.5 right now, I probably should put this at maybe 0.5 months. So maybe only mining for half a month, just to make the pricing a little bit more accurate, I think, as far as what the potential revenue is going to be. So we'll leave that as that. So that leaves us with, still a lot of miners to get installed, and then some of these are going to be obviously getting shipped out or sold out based on these numbers here. So we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully they'll provide some good updates on that if they sell any of those. So that leaves us with a potential right now with the Bitcoin price. Well, we should probably update the Bitcoin price since Bitcoin has gone up a little bit. Let's see here. So we got Bitcoin at 46,000, and it is right now at, where is it at? 50,076. So we'll update that to 50,076. For the quarter so far right now, so that gives us basically 58,623,000 for the quarter if everything stays the same, and these numbers are pretty close to what they're actually going to be mining. Could be, plus or minus 1% or not 1%, 5%. I'm guessing. If I'm within 5%, either up or down, I'm happy. That's pretty close to the numbers here. Let me see what else I want to show you guys. Obviously, the stock price here is showing that they are up on the 12 weeks if you bought it 12 weeks ago, but we are down in the 8 weeks, 4 weeks, and 1 weeks. This is their current BTC huddle that I have for them. I've not seen anything updated on that. What else do we have here? So here's the current hash rate, 1.75. Future hash rate is at 3, so we're at 58% installed. Current price to earnings for them is 10.56. They are at $3 and something cents. The only bad thing with Apple numbers is it shows the yesterday's price on the stock price. I'm working on a fix for this, how I can get it to update, or at least be able to update that a little bit more easier based on the latest data that we have for them. So based on the current information that we do have, I have them at, right now, let me see here. This is a price to earnings multiple of 10 at 313, which is pretty close to where they're at right now. So I think this is pretty well valued at price to earnings, but they should be closer to like a 20 multiple or even a 25 multiple. So if we jack this up to a 20 price to earnings multiple, they should be at around 627. And then if we go up to like 24, they should be at 752 right now. As long as Bitcoin obviously holds where it's at and continues to go up. If Bitcoin goes up to 100,000, we're looking at 1023, 150,000, we're looking at 1294, 200,000, we're looking at 1565. Obviously, be mindful that the hash rate is increasing in Bitcoin mining. Difficulty is also increasing, meaning that they are making less. So as each week, each month goes on, that revenue is going to go down unless they actually start putting in more miners. So it's a little concerning that they're only putting in 1 exahash next year. I wish that would be closer to like 2.5. That would be awesome. But it's still early. They could still provide information that they are buying more miners and basically, getting those installed. So that could change. But right now they're set at 3 exahash for the end of next year. Let me see if there's anything else. I think that's it. Based on what we know now, it's still undervalued in my opinion, even at 20 price to earnings multiple. They're at 627, they're at 3, so they're at least 50% undervalued right now. And that's basically because Bitcoin has been down. So we'll see where Bitcoin goes from here. And yeah, we'll see if it, maybe next year we'll be able to reach 200,000, which would be nice. We'll get up to maybe $13 if they get more miners installed and the hash rate doesn't go up too high. Because if we look at the Bitcoin hash rate right now, let's see if we can pull this up here someplace. Here, let's see here. Here, I'm going to pull this up really quick for you guys. Let me see here. Bitcoin hash rate. Okay, here we go. So here's the Bitcoin hash rate. It is obviously down here. It has fallen. We reached a new high here of 181 million. It has fallen down to 165, and we're starting to trend back up a little bit. So something to be mindful of. The revenue also is continuing to go down because more miners are getting installed. Hash rate is going up. Difficulty is going up. So we need to be ahead of the curve, basically, by installing more miners. And that's the only way we're going to get the stock up to $15, $20, is if they announce that they're going to get another exahash or 2 exahash by maybe mid-2023 or something like that. That would definitely help drive the stock up because hash rate on these miners is what's driving the stock up. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think of the numbers. Obviously, the numbers have been corrected, more accurate. And I think we'll have to just see what they provide as far as if they're going to be selling those miners that I outlined below on that sheet. So let me know what you guys think. Have a great day. We'll do another video on the miners, see how they did today along with Bitcoin towards the end of the day. And we'll call it a day. Tomorrow, I'll probably won't be posting anything since it's Christmas. I'll be spending time with my family. I hope you guys do the same thing. It's a wonderful time of the year. Hopefully you guys have great families and enjoy the time together. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then,